Holy cow, what the heck was that? It just went by so fast.
Another, what is it? Paddle?
That's a paddle.
That's a paddle.
It's a leather paddle.
It's a leather
Okay,
paddle.
very flexible for a paddle. Oh, it's got teeth.
It got teeth. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know what kind of lacing music we should use as a theme song.
Well,
They need more promiscuous music for your.
Yeah.
We need more mellow music.
No. Yeah, we need more hotter, more.
Yeah, seductive.
Industrial.
Crazy.
Remind me, I'll send off another email after this broadcast.
Okay, more emails.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to Date Night with the LUNAS on BFAM 109.6. It is Monday, June 28th, and today's show we'll be chatting about our weekend's adventures. Yay, weekend! We're actually playing catch up with you.
We're playing catch up because I wasn't here last week.
Right.
Not catch up, but catch up. What? I'm more ketchup than mustard kind of guy.
You're more salty.
That is true.
Virgo.
But you wanted me to catch up on last week's date.
Right.
Because I wasn't here for the show. Nope. And then catch up on this weekend.
Right.
Because that was a whole nother thing. We got to go to South Florida. Not nearly, fun, just not nearly that erotic.
It was a workcation, so yeah. But it was good with Kink crate. So we'll talk more about that.
So last week on Friday, Angelique had time to, you had a date.
Yep.
You went down to South Florida. You spent the night and came back the next day.
Right. We went to Trapeze. That's the whole reason we went. It wasn't really like an actual romantic getaway. It was like, no, we wanted to go to Trapeze, and Drew and I have been planning that for quite some time, and we just finally made it happen. Father's Day weekend, so that way he could have a good time. But he's some kind of lawyer that's always busy. So just to try to get any time in between court hearings, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, I'm going to go into my date. I just realized I should probably mention Fairfield University.
Yeah.
So Fairfield University, we are some of their educators. There are a few others out there, but we do classes, monthly? Mm-hmm. Every few weeks, it seems, on everything from non-monogamous dating to swinging to poly to blowjob giving to BDSM to, we just try to cover as much as we can. But I know we have a Fairvilla class coming up, a penis owners class.
Yeah, July 29th. Yeah, penis owners. So that means we're educating about what the penis owners' body pleasure spots are.
I think
so. That way, the penis pleasure is that what? Hold on.
It's a penis owners
right,
class.
But what's the other class? Because that's
the other one is a penis pleasers class.
Pleasers class, okay,
and that's actually going to be taught by Amber, I believe.
Is it Amber or Debbie?
I think know. Amber's on that one because I'm working with her.
Yes.
But then we have the owner and the pleaser.
Yep.
So we have a manual for both, or a class.
Correct. A class for both. Okay.
So should we go straight on into my date?
Yes. Talk about your date there.
So while you were in South Florida, I arranged for a playmate to come over. Mm-hmm. And I did set up the garage. Not that I schedule my dates in the garage because,
You do, because that's where the criminal scenes happen.
But that's where I get to go ahead and have my fun. So I wasn't sure what we were going to do. We discussed a few different things. So I had it set up for either a photo shoot with rope. I had a black king-size tarp down. Now, it is a tarp, but it's not it is a nicer tarp. When I hear tarp, I think like Criminal Minds or like something you put out in your yard.
It looks like something Dexter would use.
It's so you can make a mess and not have to worry about cleaning it up. So there was that. And I was also ready because we were thinking about doing some medical play.
Yes.
So she came over. Let's see. She was supposed to be here about, Anne was going to be here about 4. Of course, lots of traffic, Friday, unexpected things. She didn't make it over till like 6:30.
See, and here's the thing. Anne was the whole reason that she said she'll be there at 4. So we were like, poor Drew was like freaking out because originally he was supposed to come pick me up at our place. But
at like 2.
No, it was going to be at 3. No, because we were going based on Anne's schedule. That's the whole all what Drew and I planned was based on Anne's schedule.
Okay.
And that's why I left, because you said, she's coming over at 4, and I told Drew I needed to be out of the house.
She was supposed to be out of work at 3. She didn't get out of work till 4. She stopped home to get changed and came over. Anyway.
See, and no one told us that.
And no one knew. I didn't know you were okay. So we've been doing this. We've been together 11 years. We sometimes still have miscommunication issues.
No, because I kept telling you, and you kept telling me that she was coming over at 4.
Because I was expecting her until she called me up and said at the last minute she's running late. And it took her, I mean, usually it's an hour and a half to an hour and 15 minutes to get here. With Friday traffic, it was nearly 2 hours.
Friday traffic's always 2 hours from Orlando to
Well, we didn't
Tampa.
plan on the Friday traffic.
How
we
can
screwed
you
up.
not plan Friday traffic?
Who plans all the scheduling?
You do.
Bullshit. You plan all the scheduling, and the thing is, I used to be able to plan scheduling, but now that you plan it, I have lost practice. So I usually just go wherever I'm told, and everything works out. So she comes over, and obviously at this point, I'm hungry. So we end up first going outside, and I believe I know we had sex, but I believe it was just a fun play that lasted a little bit, and then it was like, okay, we need to eat. So came in, I ordered. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't a quickie. It wasn't a quickie, but it wasn't a longie. We had sex, and then we were both hungry, so we ordered Uber Eats, of course, and then kind of sat down, waited for a while, ate, took time to digest. So by that time, if you think about it, 6:30, probably pushing 9 by now. I'm just going again. I didn't take notes during the event. I'm not a note taker in that.
It's a week and a half,
and it has been. It wasn't like it was just there. So, it was.
Our STC. Did you hit all or just to our
I hit
viewers?
all. Do you want to go ahead and hit stop and redo it?
Yeah.
Well, because we're doing it over here, I'm going to hit stop.
Okay.
And let's go and hit the thing button here. Go over here. Stream to all.
Okay.
And let's hit the allow and the allow. So we're streaming multicasting over at
STC
as well as here.
Sorry, we were just double checking because the ticker number wasn't right, so that's why.
So after I digested, after everything went well, we decided to do medical play. And I want to say this with a grain of salt, and I'm going to go into the detail of it.
Wait, I thought you did the medical play before the food.
No, first we ate.
So
we basically had a quickie.
Okay, so first you fucked.
Right.
And then you had food.
Then we had food.
Because usually you do your play, then fuck, then other stuff, and then because you.
But again, I was expecting her at 4, so my anticipation of hunger was off, and she got out of work, and her anticipation of hunger was off. So we actually, after we ate, we took like 45 minutes to digest. And then we played. So basically, it was a lust thing. The minute you saw each other, you ripped each other's clothes off, went straight to the sex, then ordered Uber Eats. Yes. Okay. That's why I was like, because it just didn't seem like the same. I know that's not the normal, but that's normal. We were again. I was expecting it to happen earlier. So by the time it happened, we were like so hungry. We're like, and then of course it was the immediate post orgasm hunger. So when it set in, I'm like, fuck, we're eating. Yeah. And she hadn't eaten anyway. We did medical play. Specifically in the living room. Right. I set up a chair and she broke out her medical kit. By the way, she is a trained medical professional. What I'm going to say is don't try at home without extensive research. Oh, so you did the medical play inside instead of at the garage? We did. Usually you do it in the garage. I do, but it was hot in the garage and I wanted to be comfortable. So we did something, and we've done it about 3 or 4 times before, something called saline infusion. I've only done this about 3 or 4. That was the 4th time, I think. 4th or 5th. No. Yeah, it's only 4th or 5th. No, that was your 3rd time. First time was with her. First time was with her and her husband. No, I thought the 2nd time was her and her husband. Oh, 2nd time. Yeah, 2nd time was her and her husband. And then... Then was when it... No, the Beyond Leather was... That was 3. Was it? So let's just say 4 times. 4 times. Then. If it's 5, it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect the story. But she sets out all the medical stuff. And yes, I said medical stuff.
Yes.
Which included saline, syringes, needles, alcohol swabs, liquid bandage, and of course, medical gloves. So she puts on the gloves, she does a disinfectant, she disinfects my cock and testicles. And essentially what this involves doing, and again, don't do this without medical supervision.
Or someone who hasn't been doing it very long. If
do it with someone who has done it all.
Yeah, who's done it all and that's well versed in medical knowledge.
So essentially, we took medical saline, and you don't do this with water, and slowly, over the course of about 20, 30 minutes, we put a needle in. Yes, a needle in the scrotum area. It doesn't hurt at all. Get the right spot. It doesn't hurt. And
where's Pablo?
There's a long tube, because obviously you do one needle and you attach different syringes. And we put, I would say, 350 milliliters of saline in there.
Oh, so you really went up high.
Yeah. No, actually 320. That's right. It was 320. Yes, we did it.
Yeah, because before it was like...
I think, no, before that I only did 160.
Yeah.
So this time we went to 320. But in research, a lot of people... hi from Pompano. Hello.
Yay.
So I read online that some people online actually have written like manuals on this and say start with 500. And I'm like, whoa. That's huge. But essentially what you end up with when it's done right is a very large scrotum. It is filled with about a cup and a half of water.
I can't reach Pablo so I could show the visual.
She's abandoning. Okay, if the couch breaks, I blame her.
No, it's like so they understand what scrotum is. Because remember, not everyone is.
If you're on, you guys know what scrotum is, right? Well, please back me up here.
No, just so they know what part. Right here, right there.
Not the testicles themselves.
No, not the testicles.
But basically, over here is where you put the needle.
Yeah.
And you essentially fill it up, and you do it slow. It's not like a hose. You don't punch it in there.
So again.
Usually when I tell Angelique this, she completely freaks out. Now all of a sudden she's like, it's educational mode. We're going to go ahead and tell all this.
Well, no, just in case someone may have...
Into the nutsack.
Yes, into the nutsack. Someone may be interested. Remember, someone asked a Marla show about sounding. So I got to suck it up because it's not in my yum. I'm not yucking on it. I just tell him usually when he does that, I don't want to see him until it's completely gone. So, but
no, because
Anne and you have... a thing because she wanted to feel. Yeah.
Okay. I like a lot of extreme fetishes. A lot. And it doesn't, again, don't yuck on anyone's yum.
Nope,
I do like doing things that tend to be a little bit more extreme. And of course you see them on porn and then a little later on you're interested. And usually even stuff like that, the first time I saw it, it's like, wow, what the fuck? And even sometimes I would never do that. And then after a while, your no's become maybes, and then your maybes become yeses, and you end up doing shit you never thought you'd do.
Yeah, medically speaking, nutsack. Yes, because people don't understand scrotum. Because we all failed biology. Because no one told us in biology that knowing the anatomy of the body will give you the most awesomest pleasurable sex in your life.
I had about a cup and a half of pure saline in my balls till they were this big.
We should get a little balloon to show how big they got.
I took pictures. You won't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm not breaking them out.
Well, maybe the audience wants to see it. So, but I'm just like, no.
Anyway, I don't want to get, this is technically on YouTube and Facebook. So I don't want to show those pictures because they will ban us.
Well, STC will.
Yes.
If you want to see those photos, STC folks, please put a comment in there and John will upload them to STC.
Not all of my play is this extreme. I do love by the way, she calls me the romantic one, if you can believe that. She's the one who tells me that you like cuddling. I just want to fuck. And then I do like the extreme stuff. And she's like, no. Okay. So we started off.
Continue. Yeah, continue.
So we did that. And what happened was I was actually going for 500. But when I got to a point, there's more to it than what I'm explaining. There are some details and preparations and such. You actually have to put some paracord around so that all the fluid doesn't flow back into your body.
Those are little cord. So hi,
I'm
Mount
not
Snail
giving
Beach.
I'm giving an adventure. I'm giving a story, not an instructional.
Well, they need to know.
If you want an
both.
instructional, let me know. I'll do a workshop. So once it was done, we got to 320, and I'm not out of nowhere. All of a sudden, I got dizzy. I felt flushed. I just all of a sudden felt nauseous all at once, and I have never felt this way before. All of a sudden, all of this hit, and I said, "Okay, we're done." So we again took all the bandages off, did all our other stuff, and then waited. It took me about 20 minutes to relax, and during that time, I laid down. She was actually massaging it. Massaging the scrotum, and the water kind of dissipated because there's sometimes it fills little spots and has like a little bubble-ish part to it, like it's not even. It completely evened out. So essentially, it looked like a giant cantaloupe. But then she wanted to feel like what it would be like to be fucked with that going on. And
so, were you on top or her on top?
Oh, I got on top.
You got on top. Okay.
I put her down. I got on top.
Mm-hmm.
We started. Okay, we went out. Now, after I felt better, we did go outside.
Okay.
So now we're on, as you call it, the Dexter crime scene area.
Exactly.
Okay, don't think of a garage in the sense that it's like a concrete floor. I have a huge 12 by 12, 1-inch mat. It's comfortable to lay on. So
it's okay. It's our garage / workout / studio backup /
photo studio,
a sex area because we have a sex swing too. So / Dexter scene.
It's my kink room.
Yes,
our kink room. So let's just put it that way.
It's kind of like an educational program at the same time our adventures. So we answer questions, date and relationships there, Rick 351. So extreme sensations, those that put your limits can be amazing. Of course,
yes,
Sandy
pushing
Toes,
limits.
It is.
I love pushing my limits.
And I outsource the shit out of it. I love to outsource. I will never deny John any of his kinks. I would say straight up, not my yum, outsource it.
You love to outsource.
I love to outsource. I do like to outsource. But continue on, and then we'll explain the romantic side versus my side. So, Nicholas Sparks.
Nicholas Sparks. What? Who's? May I?
Continue.
So she laid down on the mat, and again, it's the black plastic, doesn't stick to you, but laid out, and we fucked. And by the way, she's a squirter. We didn't lay any towels down. So when fucking her, basically I had a nutsack slamming constantly against her ass. And the funny thing is that's the only position we had tried. I went from fucking her to going down on her to fucking her again. And she squirted.
Mm-hmm.
And admittingly, things got out of control. We were messy. We were fucking. It led to some water sports.
Okay.
So,
no, Sandy Toes was like been play pierced 6 centimeters. Can't what?
Play piercing. No, I got my nipples pierced and I love it. But that was like in 2001. I've had them a very long time. But anyway.
Okay, so how did it get messy? So
it went to us fucking.
Okay, so you did water sports on her, or she did it on you?
Both.
Okay. Wow. Normally
I'm the top.
Yeah.
But she was on her back, and basically I fucked her to the point where she was about to come, and I just pulled her legs back, and she squirted a fountain.
Uh-huh.
And again, you get into that really hot mood, and I'm like, more. So she water sports and fountained it, and I fucked her some more. The interesting thing is this time, normally we lay towels down beneath us. We didn't. So I put some towels around the edges. It was a lake of squirt and play, and we were going at it for a while. And then we decided that was good. Mm-hmm. She came a bunch of times. I cleaned it up. Can you show us how? When she did that, okay, she was laying on her. Oh, glad you guys like it. I'm appreciating the interaction.
For SDC, thanks very much. So
she was doing missionary. She was laying on her back.
So she was like Deadpool, laying on her back.
I was on top. I
Yep.
basically grabbed Anne's legs when she was about to come, pulled them up. She's a tall girl,
Yeah.
but very flexible. And that's where she came, and she basically squirted all up on my chest and hit me in the chin.
Yeah, so as you can see, Deadpool is reenacting Anne's little thing. It's like I'm missing somebody else, so really to get like the whole 9 yards there.
Well, okay. I'll joke and say this isn't to scale.
Not to scale.
But we were going at it like this. I pulled out. She squirted up.
Like that.
And then it led
Pablo.
to.
Poor Pablo, he just.
Now, here's the weirdest thing, though. When in water sports, and again, we're talking urine, it was, again, very hot. And it's one of those things that I'm not into it all the time. It's something about being in the right dirty mind, the right thing that really just gets you there.
It wasn't until Anne that you started doing it, and it was just
giving.
You were like giving it to her.
And then this time.
And then also degrading her and humiliation because that's her kink, and that was something you weren't into until you met her.
No, I did that with one previous playmate that we only played twice with. So it only lasted. This is going back to when we just moved in here.
I thought the little girl you were with for quite some time, more than twice.
No, there was another girl that we just did twice with. We could talk about that person later. It was a redhead.
Okay, I missed that.
But anyway, no, you were informed of it, but it was one of those. I told, because when I did it, it was one of those. Okay, we'll try it, and then I kind of went out and went, I'm not sure if I'm really into that, and it took me a while more to really try it again.
Right, but no, with Anne it was different because the redhead did not incorporate humiliation and degradation.
She was much more a little.
A little, yes, and that's why it wasn't the way with Anne with the humiliation, degradation.
Yes,
that's what got you off.
It did. It was. Yeah. I'm not a cruel person, but
yes, you are. You have traumas, and this is how you release your traumas.
I'm a very nice guy, usually. I'm extraordinarily respectful. You tell me I lose out on dates because I don't realize people are hitting on me because I don't assume anything. I'm like, I literally, he will go ahead and smack me. She'll smack me.
Yeah, I do.
That guy or girl was hitting on you. What the hell? No, they weren't. And then I think back about it, I'm like, shit, you're right. I'm an idiot. So we did the water sports. Right. And after, I'm trying to think. Yeah, after that, I was done because we had done the infusion. We had done sex. We had done water sports. I originally thought about doing some rope and photography because I have a new camera and I'm dying to try some erotic photography out. I want to go ahead and I want to get you roped up in there, but it just didn't happen. Honestly, after that, I took the tarp, threw some towels in, rolled it up just to let it go, and headed for the shower. We showered, we sat, we talked for a while, and then, all of a sudden, that's when she laid on me. I'm like, do you have to work tomorrow? She's like, yeah, 8:30 in the morning. And I'm looking at my watch going, it's midnight. You have how long of a ride home? So, thank you very much. But no, it was a fun date. I mean, again, there's certain.
An apprenticeship, I would love to learn correctly. Okay, so that's going to be between Anne and John that you need to coordinate if that's something that they are willing to teach. Yeah,
if you are, again, you're on SDC, or we're also on Instagram and Facebook, Sex Positive Me. Hit us up. We're always interested in talking about teaching and learning new stuff. Someone said we love squirting, but I can't seem to get it. She's had it with other men. They can make her squirt. Okay. One thing I'm first going to say is certain women squirt because of certain stimulation. Mm-hmm. And specifically, everybody's different. Every penis is different. Wider, thinner, curved.
Also, vulvas are different.
Vulvas are different
there because I normally don't squirt. It's rare that a few people could actually make me squirt, honestly.
So squirting is one of those things, And believe it or
Practice
not,
until you get it.
the watch.
The watch. Oh my God.
We just heard about this. We haven't tested it. We haven't looked at it. But apparently there's a watch that has the, what is that? The, it senses motion. I forget what that's called.
I have no idea.
Anyway, the watch basically speaks to you with beeps or whatever and gets you the motion to cause a squirt.
Right.
I have not tested this.
I have not seen
I
the
don't
app
know.
for this, so it's rumors.
But man, I want to go ahead and try this shit out.
Yeah, she may be a little mentally, and then honestly, yes and no. Sandy Toast, just because I am as sexually liberated as possible, but there's times I don't squirt. Honestly, and we have amazing sex, with him fisting me, fingering me, penis penetration, the whole 9 yards.
You also like fisting.
Yes, I do. I like vaginal fisting. Yes.
And I have a very large hand.
Yes.
And you still haven't squirted with me.
No, not with you. I have not squirted with John. I've squirted with others.
You have?
Yes.
It's not something I'll go ahead and be like jealous of. If she squirts, she squirts. So, I want her to enjoy it.
Right. So it's just one of those, like, again, not so much mental. It is, could be physical, just trying to find the right spots. But yes, I do agree for some women, it can be mental because it's like, oh my God, I'm going to pee.
Like the last time we went to New Orleans. So this weekend we're going to be in New Orleans.
Yay.
However, the last time I went for Naughty in New Orleans.
Yes, which will be there. Naughty in New Orleans, August 3rd through the 9th. Those are the dates we're actually spending there. We're going to hopefully meet up with Accidental Swingers and do a little podcasting together.
Yes. But we hooked up with a couple.
Yes.
And she was this cute little thing. And I throw her on the bed and I go down on her. I like going down on pussy very much. And she getting all excited and I can feel she's getting close. And again, this is the first time we were together.
Yeah.
And next thing I know.
It was pickup play, actually.
Yeah. Next thing I know, she pulls me up. She's like, no, I'm going to squirt. You want to get away? And I'm like, why the hell would I want to do that? Drench me. And the look on her face was somewhere between surprise and like, I just gave her the biggest Christmas present ever. Because she's like, really? My husband won't. I said, drench me.
It's like, drown me. It wasn't even drench me. It was drown me.
And I went down on her and she came. And again, I got it all in my mouth. She was a huge squirter. I like it. I swallow it. I get it all over my face. I went down again. And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, yes. What? I love that.
Oh, I know. My wife is frustrated that I can't do it. I think it's because the excitement of the third person could be. Anything's possible. I make girls squirt who never done it. I don't think it's my technique. I love drinking squirt. Hey, each to their own, everyone, enjoy it. Don't be yucking on anyone's yum. Share it and have fun.
That outsourcing, though, we do.
Yes.
It's a great word. She should, if it, you should, you can't exactly, what's the word?
I can make a t-shirt that says outsource. I love to outsource.
But you can't trademark it. That's what I'm thinking. You can't trademark the word outsource, but we wish we could.
But we could trademark the phrase that I like to outsource my partner.
You do.
I do.
You do
like to outsource my partner a lot because, again, I don't want to deny him any of his fantasies or fetishes that I'm like, straight up, I can't do it. We're both bisexuals. I don't own a physical live penis to give him the live
That's not
penis.
In the jar beside the bed?
No, it isn't.
No, okay.
Because it's like the strap on is not the same sensation as a real penis. You want something real that you could do that, and I mean, I could put on the strap on and ride y'all, I can, but still it's like, yeah. Well,
we do play anally.
Yeah.
And that's fun, but we do also outsource as well.
What is that word?
Do you need to outsource a?
What is that word?
SCH. Schmeckle. I don't know what a schmeckle is.
I have no idea.
I don't know if that's a misspelling.
Yiddish for cock. Okay. Yeah. I was about to say something that sounds kind of Yiddish. Like
we have we've insourced. Because we've had threesomes with two guys.
Oh, yeah.
And you love DP.
I love DP.
And yes, a toy, it can be fun.
Yes.
But having two guys inside you really get off on that.
Yes, I do. The thing is, it's like when you come, you're not the one to eat out of my pussy, the cum, because I have to wait like 20, 30 minutes until you get back into the mood. And then you get to eat me out after you come.
Okay. I'll go ahead and throw this out there. Before I come, I'm horny as shit and I will do nasty stuff. It's absolutely true. That's when I'm into the water sports. That's when I'm doing all the freaky stuff. That's when I will eat cum out of your pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Once I come, there's this next 20 minutes. I need a break. I just don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
After that 20 minutes, I'm ready to go again. But I know there are some gentlemen that once they fuck, they come in a pussy. Now they want to eat it out. No, once I come, I'm like, I've given it my all.
He's like, I'm done. Good day. Literally.
So, do we want to go ahead and do a little break?
Okay, we do a little break.
We'll be back in just one moment. This is Date Night with the LUNAS on BFAM 109.6. So love to slide into a filled pussy. Yes, when you have the opportunity. The thing is, I'm going to save this for when we go back to the broadcast. So can you email?
Absolutely.
Okay. info@sexpositiveme.com or
SDC mailbox.
SDC. Send it on in.
Always. Ooh. We're always open to answer
I don't know if it'll let me log into two of them.
No.
But we can answer those later.
Yeah. Hi, we're back. Welcome back to Date Night with the LUNAS as we're finishing up on the BFAM 109.6. John's little story in regards to the weekend before.
Well, like I said, I was pretty much done with that story. What I did want to address, though, is someone said they love to slide their cock into a cum-filled pussy. And it is thrilling. I love it.
Right.
However, it's also finding a partner that has had a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
And we trust and has been tested.
Right, because I'm on no birth control because that shit fucks me up like no tomorrow. I've tried it different times. That's why John got a vasectomy. That's why I have a partner that also has a vasectomy, and I play with him. But he's a little bit older, and he's the reason I keep preaching. It's like, you need to work out. You need to exercise. To really
vitamins for sex.
Yes, no, just to stay healthy, because every time he comes and he's panting, and I swear to God, I keep asking, are you going to die on me or something? Because you're huffing and puffing and you're trying to catch your breath after you've come. He's like, no, okay. I'm like, no, I'm freaking out here. It's like, it looks like you're going to have a fucking heart attack. So
now I admit, I will get like that, but usually we've been fucking at least 40 minutes. So it may be an hour.
Right. But okay. So I'm going to say 20 or 20 plus boy toy. We've been fucking for quite some time. But the last time I saw him, it was a 30-minute window. And that's it. 30 minutes. He came 3 times. He's one that he could do that. He could come in my pussy and lick me clean, and he's done. So I don't have to wait that 20 minutes like in between like John. So yeah, I know. He's like,
I know. I'm so offended by that.
I do.
I'm like aggravated that you're upset at this 20-minute deal. It's not like it's a huge amount. It's just like, look, give it 20 minutes. I'm ready to get back.
Because I'm right there in that moment, like I get that orgasm moment that you just need that like push, and then it's like okay, it's like you being like this, and then you go, and that's what exactly happens. Because I'm like, I'm still like here, and it's like, please, and it's like, I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay, so that leads us to something else.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't heard of it, I have a doctor prescribe this, so I can test it, and I still use it. Something called
Trimex. See, I know it because I love it.
Trimex. Okay. The moment I say it, every guy's going to hold his grind. It's an injection into the top of not the head, but into the penis. You're trying to get it into the corpus cavernosum. Now stop. It doesn't hurt if you do it with, it's basically right up here. So that's the penis. You put it right here. No, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It's like a diabetic checking their sugar, like the needle point. That's all it is. Honestly.
Couple things. One, use a auto injector because it's spring loaded. You hit the button, it goes done.
Yeah.
Like literally, it takes you 1 second to do it. Next, it gives you a 3 to 4 hour hard on.
Yes.
I'm not lying.
Nope.
The first 2 hours, I could probably hammer nails through plywood. I am so fucking hard, and I can fuck, orgasm, and just nonstop keep going.
Right. But what I was referring to is where my stimulation is after you come, or like boy toy of 30 years or 20 years, sorry, comes and I have the cum filled pussy.
Oh yeah.
He actually, I'm still like in that heightened arousal state.
I will go down right on you, sit on my face.
Right, but that's if you don't come in me.
Right.
I have to wait that 20 minutes, and by the time I'm waiting that 20-minute pause, I'm already going down. And I'm like, I'm over it. And boy toy 20, he's like goes in and keeps me going and just gets me to orgasm. And then I think he does make me squirt. I can't remember.
Can't remember if you squirted.
I can't remember because it's like his face is just like all in it. So yeah, kind of deal. But I'm sorry. He's my boy toy for 20 years, honestly, or 25, something like that.
But no, I do love, because you've only done this with one other guy. Mm-hmm. You will come back from a play date gooey. And I get to
boy toy of 20.
I get to go down on you. I get to fuck you. It's messy. The truth is, I've only had this beard about 3 years. And I'm experiencing, it's only been 3 years. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time I'm experiencing the problem where I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, because the beard holds it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I look like a really fucked up Santa Claus at the moment. Mm-hmm. But
a big white mess. So,
but I love it, and you love that I go down on you, right? And the sex is great.
But that's why if I come, if another
one, that's why we love bringing guys home with us.
Right. That's our thing. So,
kink.
Yes,
we're both bi.
So,
we're both bi. We're both very kinky. I know you said kinky just in SDC just came in. We just talked about doing a scrotal infusion scene as well as water sports.
Yeah.
But cool. And glad your husband likes Trimex. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. It is something that if you're interested, go see it. Go see your doctor. You need a prescription for this, which actually I'm going to bring us to a great point. The Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, they're a sponsor of ours. Mm-hmm. I've gone now 2 years. You've gone 1 year on their program. Yep. Surprisingly, Wednesday, I just got my new pellets put in, and the blood's been minimal. Basically, instead of getting testosterone injections, we get pellets. Mm-hmm. The pellets go in your butt. It doesn't hurt to have them done. It hurts as much as an injection because they do lidocaine. Mm-hmm. But then they insert these pellets under your skin. What's cool about the pellets, the reason I like pellets instead of injections, is the pellets dissolve as you have more blood flow. Mm-hmm. So when I'm going to the gym and exercising, you get more testosterone. When I want to sleep, I get less testosterone, which when I was doing testosterone injections, I would sleep in a ball of sweat.
Right, but also that was like roid rage, and it
was horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible to our
injections were not a good thing
because it was just out of control. It's like, yes, he was working out, yes, he was getting results, but his emotions and feelings were way out of control. That I'm like, you know what? Nah.
I will never do that again. Injections are not what I want. For us, the pellets worked out great. If you're interested, Google Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. Great place, great staff. We love Dr. C.
Yes, our videos eventually will get up there in between everything else that we're doing.
And then you look at me.
Because you're the editing person.
I'm also, yes. So if anyone's if anyone knows video editing and wants to volunteer, give us a call.
Yes, we need an unpaid
we can pay in small amounts of cash and large amounts of swag.
Yeah, large amount of sex toys there. Yeah, okay, that's how we pay people. It's like if you in editing. So almost as good as your girl coming home off a date, prepping her for a date. Yes,
that's also fun.
Yes, thank you for interacting. We appreciate all the feedback there. Picking out her dress. Yeah, haven't got that. I need to buy some more dresses, but I think
I told you I have like 30 dresses in Wish, which means it's like $80, and I'm waiting to order them. They just need to make sure they're the right sizes, and they're all slutty as hell. And you have been dressing up lately in some gorgeous dresses.
Right. Yeah, I need to. It's like I'm thinking I'm going to have to return some of the stuff for Hot Topic because I'm not falling in love with the stuff I bought.
Okay.
So I have to get that. So don't you find the pellets give you a peak then subdues? Nope. kissing her goodbye and waiting. Yeah, no, actually, that's what we love about the pellets. You don't get that peak and then drop like you do with the shot. It's a stable right across.
What we figured out, though,
Uh-huh.
is it depends for the two of us. We're right about 3.5 weeks is when we get the drop. Sorry, 3.5 months. So
Yeah.
we actually position our renewals at 3 months. So right before it drops, they put it in the other butt cheek. So we switch butt cheeks. And they do one and they do the other. The only thing is once you go ahead and get the pellets put in, you need to wait like 3 days, take the bandage off. And then for like 5 to 7 days, don't do any heavy lifting, heavy squats, because the muscle may actually force the pellet out.
Or
But then
sex.
only the first 3 days.
Yeah, because that's
No
what I'm
sex,
saying.
no hot tubs, no ocean.
No water.
But after that, fuck away. And I'm happy to get it.
Yeah, it is. It's like with the weight loss, with the muscle gain, it's been fantastic there. And like I said, we don't have any major side effects. I know when I first started, my body did reject it.
You started on your period, though.
I started on my period and I had that. But this time around, now being after a year, I haven't had any like major like side effects, like I'm tired, I'm moody, or anything like that. So my body has accustomed to that. Yeah, I switch my butt cheeks. I'm on pellets, and my new doctor's waiting for me to do the test. Yes, absolutely.
And due to on testosterone, we're huge advocates of it. I mean, it's not a fix-all for everyone and everything. And we're not doctors. We're just talking from our experiences. But my testosterone is right now coming in at 1570 to about 1600, which a doctor, my previous MD, is like, that's too high. You need to bring it down. My doctor is right now telling me my cholesterol's down. My heart rate's good. My blood pressure's good. He went through all the tests. Everything's good. So what's the problem with it being 1500? It's not doing anything bad for me. So what's the problem? Yes, that is pretty high. But right now I'm fine. I've lost about 30 pounds since starting this.
Yeah, we've lost 30 pounds.
And everything is great. My sex life is fantastic. So the question is, what's your estrogen levels? I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
But the point is, though, if everything's good and there's no problems, then what's the problem?
Yeah, it may increase chances of cancer. Not really, because the doctor monitors all that. So like he does like this custom blood test that goes through everything, like predicting what may happen, what may not happen.
It was a $400 blood test.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Exactly. But it was worth it. But they're always constant, like every month or every other month, they're in some kind of workshop, learning up the latest and greatest techniques and medical information. So they're on that. So
look, if you want to research it and look it up, all I'm saying is the way our doctor presented it was they said the nominal level is between 500 and 600. And the truth is that's by the insurance ones. So I do the same blood tests for most common 30 cancers. Again, I'm keeping an eye on my health. I'm at my doctor every 3 months. I'm also on Truvada, and I'm at my MD every 3 months and regularly do my blood test.
And we do our STDs, STIs test at the same thing.
So
we do that every 3 months.
We're very health conscious.
Yeah.
Make sure we're not recommending running out and doing it, but we're recommending you see a doctor if you're having problems or you're low testosterone. That's all we're saying.
Right. Problem with your blood could start at thickening at that level. It could be, but that's the best part about our doctors. They're monitoring everything. They're checking to make sure things are going and flowing right.
I haven't heard that one, but I'll look into that.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I'm not saying it's not true.
It's not saying it's just we have not heard it.
I'll do some research on that.
Yeah, but as I also said, our doctors do monitor this and they do check it and they want to make sure that everything's right. Because like I said, we see our primary care doctor every 3 months for our regular STD, STI checkups, also health monitoring. I was a diabetic, so I'm almost off of all my medication, so which was pretty cool in regards to that, because like I said, when Dr. Carazella started saying this, that you could be off your medication, I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, no, I've been slowly cutting off all my medication. I should be on track to fully be off my diabetic medication by the end of this year. So,
and that's something our MD said wasn't possible.
Exactly. We both said it was impossible. We're like, yeah, it's like, yeah, let's see what happens. It's like, yeah, I had to eat my own words. Let's see. True. And is it
I don't know
reversible?
about
If it
those numbers.
does,
Oh yeah, it's reversible. Basically, it's just added hormones. You just don't
right.
get any more pellets in. Your hormone levels, your testosterone levels will drop back down. So
Yeah, no, it's true that it's good to have your endo check you frequently. Oh yeah, absolutely. We're always preaching check with doctors, test levels
okay.
high, oh my God, drain pit, blood. They drain a pint, blood thick. Oh wow. No, I mean if it should create something else though. Yeah, no, it's like that's what I like about that $400 blood test because it checks a little bit more than what your primary care doctor checks.
Oh, I
So
was amazed
yeah, I
at how
mean
many more factors we had to go
factors.
ahead, and the insurance wouldn't cover it. We had to pay for it.
Yeah, we had to pay out of pocket. So there was a lot of things that we pay out of pocket. Yeah, even our testosterone things is we have to pay out. Oh, what is the
He
name of?
called it an advanced metabolic test.
Yeah,
Our doctor, but there was another name for it.
yeah. No, that's a short version.
The blood test panel, yes, he called it
Correct.
an
Yeah,
advanced metabolic test. All
yeah.
I know is it came back with about 40 different
43
numbers.
different points that he tested, like seeing like where your sugar levels might be, if you're pre-diabetic, all these different things. What are you deficient in? What kind of what do you call it? Vitamins, E, D, F. No, not F. I'm sorry. It's like a couple others. So definitely checking things out.
Nope. Anyway, we're
Yeah.
going down the path of medical stuff.
Yeah.
And not that I don't love doing medical play, but
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's not really reversible. So again, everybody's different. We just tell you visit
our
a doctor
experiences.
and our experiences.
Talk to your doctor about it.
Yeah. We never claim to be medical professionals, therapists, psychiatrists, lawyers, doctors. What else do I?
Usually we just say we're kinky motherfuckers with a decent amount of education. But
Yeah, we do. It's just like well, we also have a lawyer who tells us what we're allowed and what we're allowed not to say for legal reasons. You know, that's why we pay the good bucks to a lawyer.
okay, yes, I will need to stay on the testosterone, but my testosterone, I know, God, 2012 I was diagnosed as low testosterone,
Mhm.
which was 182, which is really below 200 is considered low testosterone.
Right.
But anyway, it does lead me to recovering Catholic. Me too.
Yeah.
I was an altar boy.
I'm still a practicing Catholic because I'm a spiritual bruja. So any like candle magic work, reading cards, yeah, that's all me. I still need to practice my church. Too much COA, be able to talk about anything. Oh, absolutely.
We talk about almost everything.
Everything. But also remember, we're live on Facebook and YouTube SDC. So a lot of things we have to also watch because of them. And I'm fully dressed this time. Yeah, I have to be
Yeah, they
careful.
gave you shit because you had a dress with no straps.
Yeah, I know, but you couldn't see it. And then it's like, and it was funny, like the one top that looked like a bra top, they said jack shit. I was like, I don't get you. I really don't there.
So I kind of went over all of my date.
Well, that was with Anne kind of deal. And then the like, see, and then like you, I try to like see comparison in regards to like, you know, the pillow talk. Because I know sometimes, and I know with Boy Toy 20, it's like I usually try to catch up, but like I said, it's like 30 minutes. He came 3 times, boom, 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 just straight to sex. Maybe we had like a 5 to 10 minute conversation catching up in regards to the family and what's going on. I think less than that. I had less than it because it was like 30 minutes.
Well, you always said, when you have a date, it's about the sex. But then again, you also say that you used to be a mistress, and it was all about
that's why
playing therapist.
Well, yeah, that's why because like when going into like okay, when it comes to specific like fuck toys, I didn't just gonna say it. I'm just that's it. It's just straight about the sex. But when I'm like a sugar baby, I actually do have to pay attention and care about their feelings, their emotions. It's more a lot of educational work. Yes, we have a podcast. Never been here. It's like it's a new thing, Buzz.
Check out Sex Positive Me. Just Google it. You'll find all of us.
Yeah, you'll find it. And
SexPositiveMe.com has it all.
Yeah.
So being a sugar baby is a little different.
It's more emotional work, mental work in it than versus just fuck buddies. Like that's the distinguish that I have. But for you, it seems like consistent, like the emotional work, the mental work there.
The thing is,
You get invested with your playmates.
I guess here's the thing. I see it more as friends. I like having friends that I also fuck is where I go with it. And we have a couple friend that I love hanging out with them. We get along. We make each other laugh. We go out to dinner, but there's also fucking. And we also like doing kinky shit like rope. There's a whole bunch of stuff we like to do. I like being around like-minded people, and I like chatting with them. So I don't know. I'm going to say right now, growing up, I was never a popular person. Never had a whole lot of friends. Even in college, I had, some.
Yeah.
But I was never a super popular person, and I value conversation still.
Right.
I like sitting and chatting. Okay, I'm actually the guy who has a dating profile that says, I want a conversation. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can be a dirty motherfucker, and I'm down to screw. But I like chatting. I like learning about people. I just like doing that shit.
That way with the gay boys.
With the gay boys? Because that's the way I'm usually treated.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're here straight to fuck. And see, I do that with my boy toys. I'm like, we're here, fuck, that's it. We catch up there. But there have been instances that you've kind of fallen into this trap of, oops, what did you do now?
Well, I like friends with benefits. And that's what I call it. No commitment whatsoever. I mean, I'm not going to have Christmas dinner with people, but it's friends with benefits. So.
Right. But because of that, like social cue, like, what do you call it? Trigger, you sometimes don't realize when your partner is falling madly in love with you and doing things. And
I've had that in the past. I know.
I know. That's why I say you're the Nicholas Sparks. You're like the romantic and all that. And then I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, red flag, red flag.
I'm still going, what's Nicholas Sparks?
Nicholas Sparks is the author of The Notebook.
Oh, God.
And I forgot what the other movie is. He wrote a whole lot. Like that's like the tearjerker. Everyone's like, oh my God, he's so romantic. Look at those letters. Oh, he's such a romantic guy. You're that sappy romantic. And I'm like, meh. I'm not.
Well, we already said that.
Yes.
I mean, the truth is, okay, she still gives me shit that 11 years ago when we met, I made her wait 3 weeks to fuck me.
3 weeks! 3 weeks!
And truth is, 2 years later, she married me. So I did something right. But yet she still complains that she makes stuff like, you will say shit like 3 weeks. At 4 weeks, I was assuming he was gay and leaving.
Exactly. Swinger community. Please tell me if you're dating someone in the swinger lifestyle and they make you wait 3 weeks to have sex and you attend parties together.
Your period was in there too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We did anal the first time when I was on my period. When we finally
in the shower,
had sex. Yeah, when we finally had sex, that was the first time we had sex, was anal sex. Because I had my period.
But 11 years later, everything's gone according to my plan.
His diabolical plan of what?
What? Little Miss Commitment Phobia. Little Miss Fucking Go married me. And now I have my favorite little dirty girl here. And as much as you want to say, I made you wait 3 weeks, we have a wonderful life together. So look, we have a podcast. We have a radio show. We teach classes and workshops on kink and non-monogamy. This past weekend, we were in South Florida. Next weekend is our vacation in New Orleans.
Actually, vacation. No vacation. No podcasting.
But what's coming up after that? We'll be in Chicago for Exxotica.
Exxotica, yes.
We're going to be Naughty in New Orleans.
Naughty in New Orleans, and then Sex Down South, and then ASN Magazine's award show here in Orlando at Top Secret.
Of which they're throwing a white party. So we bought 7. May I finish? 7 lengths of complete white rope. And I'm going to be tying her up. I keep trying to practice on you. When do we practice? Our life is so busy. I'm trying to get time. But I'm building her a rope dress for the white party. So it's going to be white rope for the entire, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I'm not going to be drinking any water so I don't have to go to the bathroom. That's the thing with rope where it's like laced up, or I can figure out how to stand and pee in a hole. I have to figure that out. We're still doing that. But we are in the process of negotiating with local restaurants and places here in Orlando where we are going to take Date Night with the LUNAS live. So that way, if you would like to come and join us and see the broadcast live in person, we'll let you know. Again.
Do we have any ideas where?
No, because we were waiting for some confirmations on some
Okay.
people.
So I got to go ahead and wait before we can do this, but we're going to be doing this at resorts, some lifestyle resorts, restaurants, maybe some nudist resorts. And we're going to do this again. It's 7:00 every Monday night. So we'll let you know where it is. Come on down and join us and have a few drinks and some appetizers.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
and food,
and ask questions and things. And always feel free to email us or drop us a direct message. If you have some questions and you want to be anonymous, we're always open to ask questions. So kind of deal. I know. Well, oh yes, we'll try to make it a habit. Definitely. But you can always catch the replays. If you miss us live, where replays are available either on SDC, on our, I forgot what station, but definitely YouTube and Facebook. If you come join, we have a private Facebook group called Sex Positive Me. Answer the 3 questions because I do want consent that everyone's going to respect the group. It's not a pickup site. It's not going to be dating. There's so many other dating sites.
We're going to be talking about fucking most of the time, but yes, it's not a dating site. And SDC is a dating site.
Yes, SDC. It's like, yes, we'll do that. But yeah, tips and tricks there. I think we should with our experience, we should do a show on all the red flags that you need to look for what have you negotiated and what could go wrong with the red flags. Because, like I said, some people are not good with social cues and if they miss it, and I'm like, red flag. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So that way I could always do that. We've had a small masturbation toys penis party, talking and sharing fantasies. Oh yes, those are fun.
Love those.
Those are fun. Yeah, we actually, that was something during the pandemic. We had a couple of our classes, students come back and say, "Hey, by the way, can you do a Zoom party with one of your classes?" And we're like, "Say what?" It's like, we never thought about expanding our classes to private parties.
Do a Zoom roundtable.
Yeah,
those are fun.
We did the anatomy of male pleasure. That's what, penis pleasure. I think we just finished doing Dick Fest, where we did the anatomy
Dick Fest was fun.
Of dick pleasure, which John actually swallowed a pink dildo. It was so pretty.
I deep-throated.
He deep-throated
a pink dildo.
He was showing people how to do it, how to deep throat. So it was very impressive.
I'm very proud of that.
Yes, I was proud of him because he was the only male presenter out of all the female presenters. And there was quite a lot. I think we had 12 presenters.
At least.
At least there. I know they had a round table talking, but actually teaching. But it was fun.
So we are doing a vacation. We are heading to New Orleans. We may check out Colette, which is a swing club out there, but this is a vacation.
It's a vacation.
So we are going to just kind of disconnect. However, I'm sure when we come back on Monday, we will be broadcasting Monday. That's July 5th.
Yes.
So we'll be coming up with some fun stories because it just seems like even when we're not working, our life gets kinky.
It's always kinky. It's always
come on.
Fun.
We went to gay days, and out of everyone out there, some guy comes up to us and starts asking us relationship advice. And we're like, at first we thought he was a fan. And we're like, okay, he knows us. And then we thought about it for a while, and I'm like, wait a minute, you don't. You just picked us out of the crowd. Do we wear a sign that says sex coach or something?
Yeah, because he was just bawling and telling us. And then all of a sudden he shoved his hand down your pants.
He was cute.
Okay. Yeah, he was cute.
He was really cute.
Yeah. It's just, I think he got a little bit too intoxicated. That's why we didn't take him back to his room.
Wait a minute. We take him back to his room. I like how commanding you are in that. About, yes, we will take you back to your room. We'll let that happen. All right, we're down to the end and we got to run. But thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next Monday. Check out sexpositiveme.com. This has been Date Night with the LUNAS.
Like, share, and subscribe, and tell other friends so we can have some fun. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks, everyone. MSCC. Bye.
That was a pretty productive show, ladies and gentlemen.